and that the valve is set to open at a pressure of 20 psi. When system pressure reaches 19 psi, nothing happens. Pressure is still at a safe level. At 20 psi, though, the system pressure pushing upward on the disc begins to overcome the tension in the spring. The disc begins to lift off its seat, releasing pressurized liquid through the outlet. At 21 psi, the pressure lifts the disc even higher, and as pressure increases, the disc continues to lift until it has risen as far as it will go. This particular valve reaches its fully open position when system pressure reaches 25 psi. The difference between the pressure at which the valve begins to lift 20 psi and the pressure at which the valve is fully open, 25 psi, is called the accumulation of the valve. We say then that this relief valve has an accumulation of 5 psi. Another term you should know is lift or travel. Lift or travel is the distance the disc moves from its closed to its fully open position. In this valve, the lift is about 1 inch. In other relief valves, lift ranges from fractions of an inch to several inches. The valve has done its job. It's relieved excess system pressure. Now, let's watch what happens as system pressure returns to normal. As pressure decreases, the upward force on the disc decreases. Thus, the tension in the spring gradually gains the advantage again and moves the disc back down toward its seat. At 20 psi, the pressure at which the valve began to lift, spring tension and system pressure are equal. The disc is reseated. When pressure drops further, spring tension completely overcomes system pressure, firmly holding the valve closed. You can see how important proper spring tension is to the function of a relief valve. But, like any other component, springs wear after extended service, losing some of their stiffness. This changes the opening and closing point of the valve. To correct this, the spring adjusting screw can be tightened. This increases tension on the disc and raises the opening pressure of the valve. Loosening the adjusting screw has the opposite effect. It reduces the amount of tension on the disc, allowing the valve to open at a lower pressure. Remember, though, that each relief valve is designed to handle